Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now.
From the gas pump to the grocery store, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much-needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/switch. That's mintmobile.com/switch. Are you struggling to close deals? Cold outreach is wasting the time of both the buyer and seller at every stage, especially when sellers are using shallow and outdated data. Your organization can overcome these challenges with technology. We call this deep sales, and we've built the first deep sales platform with the next generation of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day free trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today.
Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what happened last week?
Well, Job was talking.
He was talking.
Only it turns out we don't like him as much as we thought we did.
Why not?
Because he's kind of shit-talking people.
He is.
And I'm like, nah, it's not cool, man.
Bragging about his good deeds at the same time that he was dogging the people that he was good deeding.
Right, yeah, it was such bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're supposed to empathize with Job, and, you know, he lost all his kids, and he's got boils and all that.
I do empathize with that.
Right.
That doesn't make him less of an
Jake
asshole.
got a shit talk, man.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Bullshit.
Get yourself together. And also, all that good deeds that you were doing, they don't count if you were doing it and, like, muttering under your breath.
Right.
Or thinking bad thoughts about the people you're helping.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
Right. Anyway, so that was Job chapter 30.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we'll be reading
Job chapter 31.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. All right, Job chapter 31.
Okay.
I
You.
I guess he's in the middle of a quote. Job is still talking. Okay. I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a young woman.
He made a covenant with his eyes.
Mm-hmm. He
said, "Hey, yo, eyes.
Eyes.
I'm making a covenant with y'all.
Stop looking at pretty women.
Yeah.
I promise.
Right.
And you promise.
I'm making
eyes.
a covenant with you.
Eyeballs, you don't disobey my brain.
If you break my covenant, our covenant.
Yeah.
I'm
going to be very angry with my eyes.
I'm going to shut my eyes, you motherfuckers.
Okay, I know we're picking at this, but I'm sorry. How do you make a fucking covenant with your eyes?
You don't. It's fucking, that's stupid.
How about you made a covenant with your conscience that you were going to try really hard, either not to be lusty in the first fucking place, or not to look at images that trigger your lust.
Sure, yeah.
So you just made a promise to yourself, not your eyes.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, eyes are separate from my conscience.
Yeah.
It's so, like, men can't help it. Their dicks aren't
No,
attached to them.
that theme is all through the Bible.
I know.
Men can't help it.
They just can't help it.
I call bullshit on that.
Oh, I do too. Because if you are a fucking monkey,
the
and
culture
you're not...
of men, the culture of maleness, the culture of toxic masculinity says you can't help it.
Right.
But the truth is you can.
Facts.
And if you tell me otherwise, I'm calling bullshit because it's bullshit.
Yeah, because either you're a human being in charge of your body parts, all of them, your eyes and your dick, or you're a fucking monkey, in which case you don't get to drive, you don't get to buy things, you don't get to vote, stay in your house and do monkey man things.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Pick one.
Right.
Are you a human or a fucking animal who can't control himself?
Yeah.
I don't make the rules, guys.
Right.
Men told me that they are just animals who can't control themselves. So I'm just calling them out on it and taking it to its natural conclusion.
Yeah.
If you are an animal not in control of yourself, you don't get to vote and drive cars.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You just don't.
Yeah.
And also I get all your money.
I'm okay.
I mean,
whatever.
Right?
You already get all my money.
I mean, I already get all your money, but I want all their money too.
Got it.
I want everybody's money.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing. For what is our lot from God above, our heritage from the Almighty on high? Is it not ruin for the wicked, disaster for those who do wrong?
I guess.
Does he not see my ways and count my every step?
I don't know about that because I don't think he does. Actually,
I don't think he does either.
Yeah, I mean, some people think he does, but then we've talked about all the things he's missed, and he misses quite a bit.
He does.
So,
he does.
like big things, even when there was less people.
Yeah.
A lot less people, actually.
I don't think that he's actually quite as aware and involved, and I don't think he's quite as emotionally attached as humans give him credit for.
I don't think he's quite as existent.
Oh no, definitely. But within canon of this book, pretending that there is a God, right. From what I'm reading, God is not the one that counts the hairs on your head and the stars in the sky and all that.
He's kind of like the drunk God that occasionally gets pissed off and a rager and then decides to care about certain things that, all of a sudden he's going to get mad about.
The drunk dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You said the drunk God, but I think
he is a God. So
the drunk dad.
Yeah, right, basically.
Yeah. He doesn't really give a shit until suddenly he really gives a shit.
Right.
And there's no in between.
Right.
And you can't guess if this is going to be the day that you walk home.
He's like an alcoholic dad.
Right?
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Okay, let us preface that with neither of us has alcoholic parents.
No, but
like
my understanding of what having an alcoholic parent is,
Yeah, so. That you walk home not knowing which dad you're going to get today.
Right.
The nice, normal one who plays with you in the front yard, or the scary, mean one who, beats you.
Yeah. Or
hurls curses at you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
That's what this God is. He's an alcoholic, drunk dad.
Yeah. Okay.
We
got it all figured out now.
We do. If I have walked with falsehood, or my foot has hurried after deceit, let God weigh me in honest scales, and he will know that I am blameless. We already know this.
We should. That sounds like a good brand for scales. Honest scales.
Yeah. They don't lie.
Right.
These scales tell the truth.
Right.
If my steps have turned from the path, if my heart has been led by my eyes, or if my hands have been defiled, then may others eat what I have sown, and may my crops be uprooted.
Yeah.
So he's trying to call God's bluff some more, and if you really think I'm bad, fine, let it be known.
But I mean, the thing is that God already kind of did that to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying, "Go ahead and do this to me," but dude, he did that to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly. Yeah, it's like when you put somebody in jail, and then they're like, "Fine, if I did so bad, go ahead and put me in jail." And it's like, we did, stupid. Okay, if my heart has been enticed by a woman, or if I have lurked at my neighbor's door, then may my wife grind another man's grain.
Wait, lurked at your neighbor's door? Why would you lurk at your, are you spying?
Mm-hmm.
Why? That's a thing, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you could covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah, but that's a little too creepy.
Right.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Lurking at their door.
I'm sorry, but I was stuck on my wife may grind another man's grain. I know what that means. I know what that means. That was not very well.
Not very subtle.
Yeah. And may other men sleep with her. Oh, there's the rest of the sentence. Okay.
But I like calling it, you know, that should be a saying. I'm going to go grind another man's grain.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to go grind me some other man's grain. Yes, I am. And I might sleep with somebody too.
Right, yeah, that too. Yeah.
For that would have been wicked. A sin to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck around and find out.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is a fire that burns to destruction. It would have uprooted my harvest. If I have denied justice to any of my servants, whether male or female, when they had a grievance against me, what will I do when God confronts me? What will I answer when called to account? Did not he who made me in the womb make them? Did not the same one form us both within our mothers?
I mean, if in the God world, sure, I guess maybe, but it's normally more biology.
Right. Sperms and eggs and fertilization and zygotes and embryos and stuff.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, if we're assuming God set it all in motion, but he doesn't literally form.
Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose it depends on who you are and how you believe in God.
Right.
Maybe a lot of people think that God really does, form
do
something.
The electricity when those two tango.
Right, yeah. I don't know.
I don't either. This is kind of just more of the same, though. He's like, I haven't done anything wrong, and if I have, show me.
Right.
I mean, isn't that basically what he's saying?
Yeah.
If I have denied the desires of the poor or let the eyes of the widow grow weary, if I have kept my bread to myself, not sharing it with the fatherless, but from my youth I reared them as a father would, and from my birth I guided the widow. From my birth I guided the widow? I mean, the fuck?
That's a weird statement.
That is a very weird... Oh my God. Okay, so there was this video that I watched just this morning, actually, on YouTube. Uh-huh. And it was these two guys, and they're doing their game playing, like, COD. What is COD?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I can only remember COD.
Yeah.
So they're doing that kind of game, where you hear them say reloading. And,
right, yeah.
They're doing that, like, hear them at the outside or whatever.
Right.
Where they're doing their soldier talkie thing at each other. And then this other guy joins their party and he's like, hey, fellas, can I play? And I promise it's going somewhere. And they're like, we need a third for our party. So I guess, yeah. And he's like, okay, just ignore the crying in the background because my wife just had a baby. And so he's like, just this like not great player. And he's got a baby crying in the background. And the two guys are trying to, reloading. They're trying to do their soldiering game, with the baby crying in the background.
Right.
And finally they just scream at him, would you be a fucking father and take care of your goddamn child? And so then he's like, okay. And so then he goes away. And while he's gone, this baby comes, the baby that was crying comes, and they're like,
what the hell?
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck is this? And the baby's like, yeah, I heard you talking shit about me, but I got this. You want me on your team. And they're like, well, we need a third on our party, so okay. And the baby wipes the board with them. And they're like, baby, I'm so sorry I talked bad about you. You got mad skill, baby. And that just reminded me of this.
Yeah.
Because he's saying, from birth, I guided the widow. And I'm like, yeah, you did. And you beat them at COD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a long walk there.
It was, but it did come around. It did.
Did it, though?
It did.
Okay.
The baby
did
the thing.
Did the thing.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a really funny video.
I got it.
I'm sure I ruined it, but it was really funny. Okay, so anyway, he's like, I'm awesome. I do great things. Okay?
Yeah.
If I have seen anyone perishing for a lack of clothing or the needy without garments, and their hearts did not bless me for warming them with the fleece from my sheep, if I have raised my hand against the fatherless, knowing that I had influence in court, then let my arm fall from the shoulder. Let it be broken off at the joint.
Wow. Okay.
Take my hand, take my heart, take my arm at the joint.
Right.
What the fuck? For I dreaded destruction from God, and for fear of his splendor, I could not do such things.
He did not do them for the right reasons.
Yep.
He did them out of fear of God.
Yep. he
that
dreaded
explains,
destruction.
Right, and that explains, though, why he was talking shit about those people that he was trying to help.
Yeah, because he didn't really give a shit about them. He was only doing it to look good in God's eyes.
That's how I feel about Christians in general. I mean, like, they're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it out of fear of God and not because you actually want to help people.
That's what gets me, though, because I'm like, by your own admission, it's a flawed plan because your God supposedly knows your heart.
Right.
So if he knows your heart, he knows you're a fucking two-faced liar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
That's the bit I don't understand.
I don't either. I can't make that connection.
Like, they do the same thing Job does. They make these judgments about people, and yet they're like, but I do all these good things to help them.
But I did help them.
And I definitely pray for them.
I did help that piece of shit garbage.
Right?
Right? I mean, that's what they're saying. Yeah. Like, you know what? Just don't.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, don't.
I mean...
Just be honest with yourself. You don't want to help these
everybody.
People, so don't help them.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I don't want to say don't help the people that need help. But,
right. No, I mean,
and sometimes, you got to take the money from the bad place.
Sure.
But
it's just such a hypocritical
It's gross.
Point of view.
It's gross. I hate it. I just hate it. The end.
Me too.
If I have put my trust in gold or said to pure gold, you are my security. Which is what I do every time I have gold. I talk to it a lot and tell it, you're my security.
Because we have pure gold sitting around here so often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the time.
Stacks of it even.
Stacks of it all the time. And I just tell it, you're my security. Don't you?
Oh, yeah.
What else do you say to your gold?
I call it my precious a lot.
Do you? Yeah. If I have rejoiced over my great wealth, the fortune my hands had gained, if I have regarded the sun and its radiance, or the moon moving in splendor, so that my heart was secretly enticed, and my hand offered them a kiss of homage, then these also would be sins to be judged, for I would have been unfaithful to God on high.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't cheat on that God.
No.
I only believed in him.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other gods,
but we moved well beyond that. Like, they don't talk about those other gods much anymore,
Right.
We haven't heard that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we've grown past that in the Bible, maybe.
Maybe.
They're like, okay, well, we're not going to mention those other gods anymore.
Yeah, remember that time when they existed? We say they don't anymore now.
Right.
We don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, just leave that out.
We don't talk about other gods.
What?
We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, okay.
Like, hello? How do you not know a song from Encanto?
I kind of know the song.
You looked at me like I was crazy and had no idea what I was singing.
That was purely because you sung it shitty.
I beg to differ, sir. It was not shitty. It was fine. You just don't recognize tunes. Admit it to the audience.
Oh, I definitely don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I have rejoiced at my enemy's misfortune or gloated over the trouble that came to him, I have not allowed my mouth to sin by invoking a curse against their life. If those of my household have never said, who has not been filled with Job's meat?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's that's really in there.
Oh my God, I got dizzy. Oh shit.
Fuck.
I have not been filled with Job's meat, honey. just to put it on the table there. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Have you?
No, definitely not been filled with Job's meat.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
But no stranger had to spend the night in the street, for my door was always open to the traveler.
So he could fill it with his meat.
How many strangers did he fill with his meat?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this is terrible. How many times did his wife grind another man's grain? If I have concealed my sin as people do by hiding my guilt in my heart, because I so feared the crowd and so dreaded the contempt of the clans that I kept silent and would not go outside. Oh, parentheses voice. Oh, that I had someone to hear me. I sign now my defense. Let the Almighty answer me. Let my accuser put his indictment in writing. Surely I would wear it on my shoulder. I would put it on like a crown. I would give him an account of my every step. I would present it to him as a ruler. End parentheses voice.
Okay.
If my land cries out against me.
Yeah.
And all, I was just like, why was that in parentheses?
I don't know.
Okay. And all its furrows are wet with tears. If I have devoured its yield without payment or broken the spirit of its tenants, then let briars come up instead of wheat and stinkweed instead of barley. The words of Job are ended. The end.
The word that says that, of Job.
The words of Job are ended.
Are ended. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting way to end it.
I don't think Job said all that.
He said it ended, yeah.
I don't think Job wrote, and then Job's words ended.
Were ended, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Job wrote this.
Well, maybe he had somebody finish it up so he could go, put his meat in other people,
Yeah, he had somebody finish him off because he had to go fill people with meat. That's what I always need somebody to finish me off. JK.
Sometimes the Bible is just comedy gold,
It really is. We didn't even have to try.
Right? Yeah, no, it's good. All right. So anyway, that was Job chapter 31.
You know what? It sure as fuck was.
You know what? The only thing I'm going to retain is about Job's meat.
And grinding another man's grain. That
one's good too. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with
Job chapter 32.
Yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Are you struggling to close deals? Cold outreach is wasting the time of both the buyer and seller at every stage, especially when sellers are using shallow and outdated data. Your organization can overcome these challenges with technology. We call this Deep Sales, and we've built the first deep sales platform with the next generation of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day free trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today.